Welcome back. I help faith-driven women break cycles, find clarity, and step boldly into their calling. If that's what you've been searching for, you're in the right place. Let's get into today. Good day, good day, good day. I want to welcome you back to today's video. Listen, this has been a journey that we have been on, but I am so glad that you have showed up here today and to take this journey with me. I want to get into our topic. I want to talk about why grace belongs on your calendar or belongs in your calendar. Your calendar doesn't need more color coding. And listen, we know how we can color code. Listen, I've got my all of the things that I do here. Your calendar actually needs more grace. You're not behind, you're just overbooked. You've been trying to manage time when what you really need to manage is mercy. Because the most productive thing you can do in this season might be to slow down. Yes, slow down. Most women of faith, they build calendars that honor everyone but themselves. You fill your days with meetings, ministry, and maintenance, and then call it stewardship. But what you've really built is a schedule that leaves no room for grace. When every hour is packed, you leave no space for divine interruption. Grace has nowhere to land. So instead of flowing, you're forcing. Instead of resting, you're rushing. And God never designed your schedule to suffocate you, He designed it to shape you. So let's get into our three DDB life keys today. When we talk about discern, you have to discern why your schedule keeps betraying your peace. The root issue is you confuse productivity with obedience. Productivity does not mean obedience. You think that being busy equals being faithful, and it's not. When we look at family conditioning, you may have watched generations of women carry full plates and wear exhaustion as a badge of honor because I can do it all. There was even a song back in the I don't know if it was the late 80s or early 90s. I'm not your superwoman. Yeah, you know the song. That's not a badge of honor. That's not a badge of honor. The psychological truth is that constant busyness and overstimulates your nervous system, making stillness feel uncomfortable. The spiritual truth of this is that grace isn't lazy. Grace is actually alignment, and it reminds you that progress doesn't require panic. So, for our discernment tool, I want you to look at your calendar, whether it's on your phone, whether you have a printed calendar, look at it and ask, where is there space for God to redirect me if He needs to? And if your answer is nowhere, then you've planned Him out of your week. Let's go to our second life key, and that's dismantle. We have to break the lies that make grace feel unproductive. Four lies I want to look at today. Lie number one is if I rest, I'll lose momentum. The truth is that rest keeps you from losing your mind. So grace, it doesn't slow you down, grace sustains you. Lie number two, my worth is tied to how much I accomplish. Lies, lies, lies. God values obedience over output. So you're not what you finish, you're who you follow. And who are you following? Are you following his grace that he's laid before you, or are you following in your output? Hmm. Lie number three is structure and grace can't coexist. Well, listen, grace is the breath inside of the structure. Grace is what keeps systems from becoming slavery. Lie number four. Well, I don't have time for margin. Well, the truth of the matter is you don't have time without it, because margin, having boundaries, it multiplies focus, clarity, and creativity. So, for our practical dismantle exercise, I want you to review your weekly schedule and highlight every space that's back to back. And then ask yourself, what would it look like to leave 15 minutes between commitments? Because that's how you build grace into your day. Listen, these are things that I've had to do. I've had to do it, especially as a massage therapist, 18 years. I've had to know that I can't work back to back. And especially now, I can't work back to back like that. I have to schedule buffer times between appointments. Even when I'm coaching or if I'm consulting, counseling, I have to have those built in buffer times so that I can maintain my sense of clarity and peace for the day. Now, let's get into the third life key, and that's build. You have to create a grace based calendar. I'm going to give you 5 steps of what that could look like. Step number one would be to plan the margin first. Schedule your rest and your breathing space before you feel the rest of your week. And treat your margin as holy. Treat your margin as a non negotiable. Step number two would be to align your priorities with peace. Before adding a new task, ask yourself, does this serve my assignment or my anxiety? Step number three is to build flexible structure. You have to create systems that can stretch. So use blocks of time instead of rigid slots so you can flow with your energy and the season that you are in. Step number four is to protect your white space. Leave one unscheduled block each day for grace led interruptions. I'm talking about the divine appointments, rest, a nap, because naps are anointed. It could be creative flow. Whatever it is, protect that white space. And then step number five is to reflect weekly. Every week, generally, I do this on Saturdays when in the wellness planner, at the end of the week, we take a look at all 8 dimensions of our wellness and we review our calendar. It could be Sunday night as you are planning for the next week. Review your calendar and ask, well, where did grace show up this week and where did I shut it out? And then as you are planning for the next week, this becomes the opportunity for us to what? Do better. The spiritual truth is grace is God's permission to breathe inside your assignment. And without it, structure turns into bondage. So grace, it's not a backup plan. Mm-mm. Grace is the plan. I always say you only do what Holy Spirit gives you the grace to do. So build it into your days, or your days will build burnout in you. Now, here comes my favorite part of our video that I love to always share is how I use AI as a tool. This is a tip. You can use AI to help you redesign your week with grace in mind. For example, you can prompt it and say, create a weekly calendar that includes space for rest, reflection, and prayer while balancing business and family. And let AI help you to see what your schedule could look like when peace leads. Sisters, this is how you start living with grace on your calendar. You discern your schedule, where it stopped serving you. You dismantle the lies that make you chase perfection, and then you build rhythms that leave space for God to move. Grace doesn't replace structure, it redeems it. Don't let your calendar keep you in bondage. I want you to register today for the October 21st Masterclass, where I'm going to show you how to build systems that make grace your greatest productivity tool. The link is going to be in the description, and you also see that QR code that's boop, 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 there in the corner. Go ahead and join us October the 21st. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that these videos are being a blessing to you. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to being back with you on tomorrow. Blessings. If today's message spoke to you, don't stay stuck another year. Book a call with me today. The link is in the description. And before you go, keep watching by clicking the next video on your screen. I'll see you there.